Investments in Nigeria's manufacturing sector, the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria has come out to say that actually declined by 367.79 billion naira for the period of 8 years. And then it shows that the manufacturing sector has really been, it's the worst hit anytime we have any form of economic downturn, any form of economic quagmire, any form of policy inconsistency that affects the economy. The manufacturing sector is the worst hit. What is your reaction to this, and how do you think that this sector should bounce back from all that it has faced this year?
Well, first of all, let's say kudos to Manufacturers Association of Nigeria and kudos to other related stakeholders when it comes to manufacturing sector.
Right.
There is one thing for you to identify a problem. You can see they've been able to identify the problem. And of course, as we know, once you identify a problem, it's half solved already. Now, the issue there now is energy. That is one
High cost of energy.
High cost of energy. That is the issue. Now, we're in a festive period. We're talking of next year and all that in a couple of days, you know. That energy matter, we cannot run away from it. It has to be addressed. We have to look at it because it's, at times I'm ashamed to say I'm a Nigerian. Somebody called me from, I think, Germany, said from a very remote village in Germany that they were having about just 70,000 to 80,000 people in a particular locality. That what they generate is over 10,000 megawatts of electricity.
You can imagine.
And they are still telling them, if you are building a new house, ensure that these are the specifications in terms of using renewables. That is solar and all that. 10,000 megawatts.
We are still struggling to meet 2,000 megawatts.
Exactly, I mean, maybe 3,000 in
Nigeria.
Nigeria here. For people of population of over
200 million people.
How do you expect to grow your economy in terms of, that is manufacturing? It's not possible.
This is pathetic.
This is the reality. It's not possible. Energy, in fact, that is energy poverty, energy crisis.
Charles, I'm tempted to ask this question. Is anyone actually benefiting from this? Because in Nigeria, when you have a downturn in a particular sector, there seems to be some people who are cashing out. Subsidies is a big example. When subsidy payment was still on for over the years, some people were benefiting from it hugely.
Of course,
and even though subsidy has been removed, some people are still benefiting from it.
I agree with you.
Talking about power sector now, who is really benefiting from it? That government is not willing to take the bull by the horn to stem the tide and get the power sector working.
Yes, you have just mentioned it. Is it corruption? 63 years of our independence, we cannot solve energy issues, energy crisis in our country. Now, whether one or two persons are benefiting, yes, we used to feel that, okay, since there is no power, a lot of people have to get generator, you become your own local government, your alternative source of power, which most Nigerians are already doing, which most manufacturing companies are also doing. And you can see how it's affecting the economy. Because with high energy cost of production will do what?
Will skyrocket.
Will skyrocket. And it's affecting the average Nigerian in terms of purchasing those items. And some of the companies that cannot withstand that high energy cost, what happened? They fold and they go. So you can see that if as at this point in time, anybody is saying he wants to benefit from the energy crisis, then I think maybe that person is high on loud or the other substances that they take. So, but again, like you have said, the government has to face it. Now, the Electricity Act, as we are told, has been passed into law now. So what are we waiting? Where electricity has been removed from the concurrent list, that is individual investors, state government, private investors, you can generate. So we want to see the implementation of that.
I actually expected that some state government will actually take advantage of this.
Of course, yes.
But from what we're seeing, it shows that they are showing little or no seriousness
to some few states has gotten their own paperwork on ground, but we want to see the implementation. You know, renewables. We have a lot of gas, a lot of water, solar. That is, the sunlight is there.
Yes.
So for me, it's an issue of the political will of the government. The government has to be willing to make it work. You saw what happened. I don't want to go into the power reform sector. What happened from 2003 down to what we're having today now. You can see every government that has come has not been able to.
There seems to be an unburdening of that sector.
Corruption. That's the only word.
We'll leave it at
Corruption.
that. We'll leave it at that. Let's look at this other story now. The issue of naira scarcity has become a recurrent decimal. And you also agree with me that during the first half of this year, not our first quarter of this year, though, we experienced some kind of naira shortages that actually stifled business operations and all. And it seems to be coming back again. Nigerians are complaining, Nigerians are crying. But it seems it's definitely going to be a bleak Christmas for many Nigerians who do not have cash to go about their business. What do you have to say? And the Central Bank of Nigeria is not even helping matters. They've come out to say that banks are holding it,
and the
POS operators are also holding it. If these people are holding it, and you know they're holding it, then get to action.
Well, you say it's going to be a blink. It's already a blink Christmas. Today is Christmas Day.
Yes.
It's already a blink Christmas.
Driving down to this place, everywhere looks so dry.
The few days prior to the Christmas, you know, you see that low activity. But places like Lagos Island, you know, people are just running up and down.
The behinds.
And somebody told me that the majority of those places are not just there to buy anything. And most of them, well, I don't want to use that kind of, most of them are even criminals, you know, petty thieves and all that. That's why you see all that crowd.
Looking forward to cash on.
Exactly. But again, it's a festive season.
Yes.
There must be this rush. And that's why the POS operators are cashing on that, yes, people will need cash, no matter how little it is, to do their activities and all that. And so you can see, even before Christmas Day today, in fact, even this morning as I was coming, of course, there were no POS around in most places because of the festivity. You see just few of them. I was able to, because I've already spoken with her, and I was able to get some cash from it. Guess how much I was charged, you know? I was charged 200 naira for 5,000. So I had to pay 400 naira for 10,000 naira cash collected on a Christmas day.
So in other words, you actually got 9,600 naira.
Of course,
and you remitted 400 naira.
Exactly. Buying my own money. Anyway, that is the issue. Coming to your question, the CBN knows that, yes, this cash is available. And they are telling us that it's the deposit money banks and the POS operators. For God's sake, why not sanction them? You already know which bank and which bank collect this amount and what is the issue. So you even go to some POS, I mean some ATM machine, you cannot even collect cash. Some banks will tell you, I cannot confirm that. Is it true that you go to a bank, they will tell you cannot withdraw more than a certain amount of money?
Exactly, I can attest to that.
Yes,
I went to the bank. I went to the bank before the Christmas period because, of course, I need cash to carry out some things in the house. And I requested 400,000 naira, and they told me they can only give me 20,000 naira.
Wow. Well, again, you can see what the banks are saying.
Now look at the disparity.
At least, yes. Could you say they are trying to encourage people to use alternative payment platform?
Even the alternative payment
cashless and all that.
The alternative payment platform also have its own side effects. Okay. Network is an issue.
That's true. Yes. Infrastructure.
Yes. And then you make some transaction. You find out that the person will not sell to you unless the person has confirmed the payment.
Yes, exactly. And even at times, that it can be reversed, and there are issues here and there. We have said
we're still going back and forth again, and it is not good for our financial sector.
It is not good at all. So what I want CBN to do right now is sanction those banks or POS operators that are involved in this kind of acts. Again, our public life in Nigeria, we say we want Nigeria to be good. It's not only the government. Our own personal lives, we also have to change. We also have to experience some values. You know, let us be respectful. Let us do things ethical way. Let us be transparent. Let us be honest. Because it's not every time we say government.
I still go back to what I said. I still go back to what I said earlier, that for every situation in the country,
some people take advantage.
Taking advantage of it and they're benefiting from it.
And we are appealing to them now that at the end of the day, the so-called advantage you are getting is nothing to write home about.
Ever since the issue of naira scarcity was actually resolved earlier before this time, I have never patronized the POS, and I really do not want to say any reasons to, because those guys are not really helping us in any form and in any way. They are Nigerians, and they understand the pains Nigerians are going through. But instead of them to soften it,
like you say, cash out.
They're cashing out from it, ameliorating it. And it is even worse off now than it was during the January to March period this year.
Yeah, I agree with you.